All right, so sneak peek number 3 for the November update is here. We have another message from CM Fragment and it reads, "This certified genius who has built her own suit is suited up and ready for battle." Behind the new suit, and then we have this trailer which we're going to check out in a second, but it says right here, check out the new looks of this superhero whose ambition is to help those in need. Alright, so once again, Netmarble has decided to give us some pretty unique beats to go along with a unique trailer. I love it, and we got another puzzle that we gotta solve. But in case you guys are wondering who the heck this is the one and only Ironheart, rocking her brand new homemade Wakanda Forever uniform. In case you guys don't believe me, you can check out right here on Twitter. They actually spell it out for you guys. Riri Williams is suited up and ready for battle in her newest look inspired by Marvel Studios' Black Panther Wakanda Forever. I know a lot of you guys were expecting something a bit more sleek, something more in line with what she already has in game, but for me personally, I don't mind her getting a Ironmonger type uniform, especially if she's trying to say like this is her MCU debut, this is her basically making her own suit from scratch. It's gonna be interesting to see how this plays out, okay? Because right now she's very, very bad. However, before we jump in and talk about some of the changes that they need to do to the character, obviously there's some text that we need to decipher from this trailer. So just like we did for Namor and Shuri, we're going to be deciphering this thing line by line, starting with the first line. So the first letter of the first line is actually N. The second letter is E right there. And then the third letter is W. So right away, we know it's a new uniform, right? Because what else would it be, right? So it says new. But let's jump down to the second line here. It says U, boom. And then we got N, there we go. And then I, and then F. By the time I'm done deciphering all of these, I'll have the Wakandan alphabet fully memorized. Fully memorized, I kid you guys not. Maybe someone, okay, that was terrible. What is that? Maybe I'll get better at drawing a line with my mouse too. Oh man. All right, and then we got uniform, so we got R here, boom, and then we got this B looking thing, so right there, uniform. So new uniform. Then for the third line we have I, R, O right here, N. There we go, iron. Who would have guessed, guys? Boom, let's get that out of there. And then heart, then we go like that, boom, H, E, A, R, and T, just like that, boom. So as you can see, new Ironheart uniform. Now, I was hoping for something besides the obvious. So when I initially deciphered this, I was a little bit disappointed because from watching the trailer, you can kind of tell that it's a new uniform. So I was hoping that it would say new awakening or new transcendence or, you know, something along that lines. Because so far, we have tier 4 Namor and tier 3 Shuri. I don't think they're going to give us a uniform for Riri Williams without giving us a tier 3 for her or making her transcendable. That would be the dumbest thing possible. So please, Netmarble, do not do this. Okay, she's a major player in this movie based on the fact that she's already in the trailers. And she's also a paywall character that came out in 2017 that people never got a chance to use because of how bad she was and currently still is. Right? She has a great leadership, but at this point, we have so many good leaderships that no one really uses her for that. Right? So hopefully she gets a full overall from top to bottom, like 16% dodge for her 4-star passive with a 10-second duration and a 30-second cooldown is crazy. Right? The activation rate is okay, but oh my gosh, this is terrible when you consider some of the amazing passives that we now have in the game. So this absolutely needs to go. If they're gonna keep dodge here, it needs to be like 20% guaranteed dodge and maybe some ignore dodge in there or something like that. Some people are saying that she should become a support for Iron Man, and I would be on board for that, but she's being introduced in the Wakanda forever update, so maybe she becomes a support for, I don't know, maybe they add a new tag in the game called Wakanda Forever, or maybe Wakandan. But then again, would we ever get a tag for people like Namor, like Atlantean? I don't think there's anyone else besides Namor that we have in the game that would be able to use that tag. But we have a few Wakandans in the game, and I'm hoping for a few more. So here's to hoping Riri becomes a good support, because generally, if you want paywall characters to hold value long term, that's the best way to go about it. If you give them a good power boost and make them a damage dealer and a leadership, cool, the leadership will be relevant after their damage fades. But if you give them a support passive, we've seen it time and time again, and that is the one thing that holds value in this game. If you ever consider purchasing something in this game for a character, look at them and then look at if they provide you some type of support buff. That's the one thing that's not going to be irrelevant in a year or two. Look at Mystique. When she came out, her damage was great. Now, no one uses Mystique for damage, but we all use her for her support passive. Same goes for Valkyrie. Same was going for Shuri for ABX, right? So here's the hoping that they overhaul her kit, because if you look at her, come on, bro. She has one skill that gives her 5 seconds of damage immunity, and everything else is just so trash. The fact that she's one of my characters that I don't even have all of her skills leveled up says a whole lot. She is so bad. Damage is low. She has a heal on her tier 2 passive that triggers randomly. Well, it's not randomly, but it's a long ass cooldown. I like the fact that she has the iframe here, but the damage on this skill and the delay on it is just so bad. So bad. That delay, that's so bad too. Oh my gosh. The fact that this is not an iframe is a travesty. You can see how old this character is. Considering the fact that she came out in 2017, I'm kind of shocked that she has 2 iframes, but back in those days, 2 iframe and damage immunity 5 years ago was actually not bad, but her damage was just never good. So here's to hoping that they actually give her a substantial power up in the uniform, and she actually becomes transcendable or tier 3able, whichever one. I would like her to be transcendable, considering the fact that I would like them to also touch Killmonger, because Michael B. Jordan is listed as a part of the cast, and I would love to see something for Killmonger. So maybe they could throw Killmonger, Ironheart, and M'Baku and Okoye together for a 4-piece Wakandan special. I would love that, because right now we're 3 sneak peeks deep and no new characters. Please, Netmarble, I would love to see M'Baku and Okoye get added to the game. They should have already been in the game when we got the first Black Panther movie. And if I'm not mistaken, for one of the heroic quests, I think it's the one for Arachnite or White Fox, you actually fight M'Baku. So the NPC version of him is already in the game. So I would love to see him as a playable character. I don't know about you guys, but I've been looking at the cast listing, and right now we're only in the first row. We have Namor, Shuri, Ironheart, and then we have Wakabi that we could get as a new character. I'm not really the biggest Wakabi fan personally, but if they add him as a new character, I'll take it. But my boy Winston Duke, aka M'Baku, okay, and Okoye needs to get added. I'm sorry, if we don't get these two, I'm gonna be mad. So let me know what you guys think, man. By the way, I've seen some of you guys saying that Ironheart should get a more sleek outfit, because in the trailer, this is what she's currently wearing. However, don't expect anything besides this. I know it looks completely different than what's in the MCU trailer, but I think what they're gonna do for Ironheart is actually save her MCU uniform for when her Disney Plus TV show comes out in 2023. Because if they give her 2 uniforms right now and then have to replace them a year from now, I don't know about you guys, but that's a lot of uniforms for a paywall character. Sure, Synergy uniforms usually share costs, so if you level up one and buy the other one, it comes at Mythic, but I don't know a lot of people want to pick up a paywall uniform for Ironheart just to get another one a year from now. In case you don't know what I'm talking about, I'll show you exactly what I'm saying right now. So right here, as you can see, Marvel Studios Ironheart stars Dominique as Riri Williams, a genius inventor who creates the most advanced suits of armor since Iron Man. The series will be coming to Disney Plus in fall 2023. So that's literally a year from now. And looking at the timeline of how they released the Moon Knight and Kamala Khan uniform, we can pretty much expect that uniform to be released within a few weeks of the show starting to air. So my guess is the MCU uniform is gonna be released when she gets her TV show, and we're just gonna be rocking with the Ironmonger / original suit for Ironheart. I don't have a problem with that because that means I have to buy one less uniform. As long as this one is good, I'm okay with it. However, over here on the forums, they did say check out the new looks. So anything is possible. They could drop 2 and make it a signature uniform thing for Ironheart and then drop another one next year. Personally, I would prefer if they just give her one really strong uniform right now and then give her another strong one a year from now. Y'all let me know what you think in the comment section. Who you think we're gonna get next? Or do you think it's gonna be a 3-fer and then they're gonna go on break? Usually they don't do 3 sneak peeks back to back by Wednesday and then go on break. So my guess is we're gonna get at least one more sneak peek on Thursday or Friday, and then they're gonna chill at 4. Lately, we haven't been getting 5 sneak peeks, but Wakanda Forever is a big update. People are super excited for this. So here's to hoping tomorrow, M'Baku and Okoye transcended new characters and they get tied into Riri. That would be amazing.